When you think of Dan Levy, comedy comes to mind thanks to a little show by the name of Schitt's Creek that won him 4 Emmys.
Well, his latest project tackles some heavier topics, the topics of loss and discovery in his new Netflix film entitled Good Grief. And Dan Levy joins us now here on the morning show. Dan, congratulations on Good Grief. You directed, you produced, you wrote, you starred in this. What was it like taking on all of these roles?
You know, it kind of was a necessity. It started with the script, and I think by the time that I wrote the script, I knew that I had such a specific vision for it that I needed to direct it. And I think because I had directed several episodes of Schitt's Creek, I felt capable enough to do it. And that kind of led down the path of actually just, you know, having my hands in every pot. And I think it just felt like it felt like something that if I were to bring anyone else in, I would just be hovering around them like some annoying like helicopter person. And yeah, I mean, I would never have taken you know, such a huge risk with something like this had I not felt really confident in the vision for it. And my hope is that it feels very kind of specific, and it feels very much like a person cared a lot about it.
And of course, you had to star in it because it was also personal.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and also would love to get more jobs as an actor. So it's like if you're not getting the scripts, you gotta write some things for yourself. But it was great, and we had the greatest time, and I was able to, you know, we were lucky enough to get a cast that is just extraordinary. And so I just felt so comforted by the cast. You know, it's very easy to do your job when you have Ruth Negga and Himesh Patel sitting beside you.
And Dan, tell us a bit, if you could, about the origins of this story, because this really kind of evolved during the pandemic, we understand. That's when you started to write about the loss of your grandmother.
I've been fortunate enough to not have a lot of grief in my life. I haven't lost a lot of people. And so, you know, I lost my grandmother a couple years ago. And then my dog a year after that. And it was all within the process of putting this movie together. And, you know, being relatively new to grief, I found myself asking a lot of questions about what it means. Was I doing it right? Was I feeling enough? All these kind of insecurities around a desire to honor the people that you've lost. And I've come to realize in talking to a lot of people that a lot of people share that question, like, am I doing it? Am I doing enough? And that felt like really exciting territory to explore in a film. I knew that I wanted to tell a story about friendship. And so they came together in a pretty organic way. Just, you know, let's explore the concept of what it is for a close-knit group of friends to experience loss together. You know, what does it bring out in them? What does, you know, the concept of safety and security and found family, it all just kind of fell into place. It wasn't an easy script to write, but it certainly, it guided me in a very kind of easeful way. I felt very, I struggled with the articulation of the feelings, but the story itself really kind of paved itself for me.
And it is now all there for us to enjoy. Dan, congratulations on this film. Good Grief is available to stream on Netflix now.
Oh, nice to see you both.